Today's video, I'm working on this Lennox split system. Got a bad expansion valve and it also needs a leak check. If you guys like the videos, please subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up on the like button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Let's get right into it. I'm on another job site with a less than good install, I would say. There's a few minor issues here. I mean, this system is old. It's not exactly new, but I don't know how long it's been like this. But got a few issues here that are having problems with cooling, so came down and checked it out. First thing, we got oil all over this suction line. I ended up pulling the insulation off, pulling the bulb off because we're replacing the expansion valve. Because we're having some issues with that as well. But you can see the insulation here that I pulled off. It's just covered in oil. And it's not on the riser here, it's fine. It's just down on this section here. You can see that they use, this is an R22 system. I've seen this before, but they use soft solder actually for the joints. You know, in my experience, we always just use brazing rods. You know, we use braze, and that's the best way to do it. That's what you need for the strength of the pressure. I know it's just a suction line, that's why they get away with it. But they also did it on the liquid line here, you can see. But check out this fitting though going into the liquid line. You know, it's all twisted and kinked. And my guess is, you know, that happened when either when they were tightening this up, you know, when they were tightening this to it, or if someone was trying to service was in here, you know. But I'm gonna take care of that. And then you can also see on the suction line here, they wedged it. It's crammed up against here and it's bent. It's dented because it's been sitting like that. And all they had to do to make that better was just shorten this pipe up a little bit. They got a little imp cutter and you could have cut it. What I'm gonna end up doing, just because I pressurized these, but I can't find anything obvious leaking. But obviously the oil came from somewhere, you know, and we're a little low on pressure. So I'm gonna end up just cutting all that out. I'm just gonna start from here with a new piece of pipe, and I'll bring it right in here. You know, it reduces the 7/8 at the unit connection anyway, so I'm just gonna bring 7/8 across, tie it in over there, and here we're gonna replace this expansion valve, and we're gonna take care of that problem there. So here's a look at it before I start insulating everything and putting the strap and the bulb on. You can see I took a piece of 7/8 copper, like I said. I got a tubing bender, so I bent it up nicely. So it's got a nice radius to it, only one fitting here, and then I just had a reducing elbow there that I used. I added these ports that I could attach my service hoses to. This way I can do all my pulling a vacuum and all my pressure testing from down here. It's a commercial application. The location of the condenser is a little bit of a hassle to go back and forth from where I'm at. I'm down in the basement. So anyway, but you can see what I did here. I cut out, same thing with the liquid line, I cut out those old fittings that were soft soldered, and you know, got the new expansion valve in. I got the new elbow in. It's nice and round. It's not like the last one that was all twisted. So just like I said, I want to take a video before I insulate it so you guys can take a look. Alright, so this is another reason why I added ports to hook my gauges up to inside. This is the only way to get by the condenser units over here, is this gate. And you can see it's a little tight walking through all this. And the unit I'm working on is the last one on the left. So, not something I would always do, adding ports, but being that I had the torch out and I was already working on that piping, I figured it would make my life a lot easier. Alright, so here's the finished product. Got the suction line all insulated. I got my TXV bulb insulated well back there, neatened everything up so it looks pretty nice. You can see the expansion valve now. The way I put it in is straight up and down. If you remember before, it was like crooked. I also, here's the ports that I added. This way I could work it downstairs in the basement, do all my pressure testing and charging from here, and also pull my vacuum. So yeah, we got it running, we charged it up, everything looks good. I just wanted to let you guys see what my work looks like compared to the way it was. Much more neater. Got the bulb insulated real well. Added a few pounds and we're good to go. Customer's happy.